What's up, guys? Boyd Fox here. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to dop a stone correctly, quickly, and safely to where you're not going to have any issues later on in life. Today I'm going to be cutting this 9.5 carat blue sapphire. It's got lots of color banding, the crown's all jacked up. I need to try to intensify the color a little bit, and so that's what I'm going to be working on today. But that doesn't matter right now to you guys. All that matters is how do I dop this stone. So let me go through what I got here real quick in case you have no idea what I'm doing. Alcohol lamp, dowel, hole drilled for dop stick, cone dop, goes in hole. Okay, that's very simple. Lighter to light alcohol lamp. This is a transfer jig. This is actually the important piece. It doesn't matter what kind of transfer jig you have, but what is really important, and I'll explain this in the future, is this. This is a large target dop. I keep it super clean, it's super flat, and it's very big. That's all very important, and I'll tell you why in just a little bit. So, let's get this thing done here. So, sapphires are not very heat sensitive at all, so I can just warm it up. If it's a heat sensitive stone, I will warm it up slowly, like apatite or tourmalines or emeralds, things like that. But this I could just hold in the flame, and that's fine. But I always have this thing where I just kind of wave the stone over the flame. So I'm just waving it back and forth, and that brings it up to temperature rather slow. Same with the dop stick here, the wax on the end of it, I'm just going to go really slow and bring it up to temperature. Now we call it dop wax, but it's actually not really a wax. It's an epoxy with like a pumice filler. Each manufacturer has their own little technique to do it, but that's pretty much what it is. I see a lot of people drawing pictures on their stones with target dops and, you know, descending circles and, you know, lines and all this crap, and they do the same thing on their dop stick, and they're trying to get the stone all lined up perfectly. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter at all. Not one bit. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So, we bring it up here to temperature. You don't want to set the dop wax on fire because that'll leave a coating of carbon on there, and that'll inhibit the stone from actually adhering to the wax very well. So that's when you start to get things popping off and things like that. So we want to bring it all up nice and even to a nice even temperature. And then here's what I do. Take the hot stone, plop it in there. Boom, boom, boom. See that? Now it's all uneven. It's all wonky. It's still really hot, so I don't want to pull out with my fingers. These are tweezers. No more of that. Here comes the important part. So I put the stone in the bottom of my transfer jig, like thus. It's still really hot. Now watch what happens here. Boom. See that? Lots going on right now. A lot of science, and I'll explain this in a minute. Hot, kind of hot, cold. This is actually acting as a heat sink. It's actually sucking the heat out of the stone and the dop and the wax, getting everything to solidify really tight. So right now, this is hard as a rock. See that? I can't even pull that off of there. Still a little warm, but that's what's going on. That's why I use a big fat target dop to suck the heat out of the stone. It's very important to do that. Now, as far as alignment and getting all the pictures and all that crap on the stone, it doesn't matter. Here's why. All that matters is that the table is parallel with your girdle, and that is all parallel with the dop stick that goes in the machine. If you have the table flat with everything else lining up, everything else is simple. It doesn't matter if the stone's way off center one way or way off center the other way. It doesn't matter at all. I don't care where the stone is as long as this is flat. That's very important because as you bring it down, you're going to be changing the elevation every time. So I don't care if it's really long this way, I bring it down a little bit. If it's really short this way, I'll bring it down a lot. Now, so that's the trick to it all. That's how you do a stone. So now I'm ready to bang this guy out. Stop drawing pictures and using super glue and crap.